I woke up choking on mud, my body shaking, fists clenched, but no one was there. The shock of the memory still hits me. I was out of breath, buried in discomfort, both physically and mentally. And yet, that moment, that breaking point, was exactly where my journey toward mental toughness began. You see, I wasn't always tough. In fact, I used to avoid discomfort at all costs. Growing up, I was the kid who would back down from a challenge. If something was too hard, I'd quit. If someone shouted at me, I'd shrink back. Fear? Yeah, I knew fear intimately. I lived in a bubble of safety, choosing the path of least resistance every chance I got. Then came that moment of panic. It happened during the third week of boot camp. Sleep deprived, sore, and mentally drained. I found myself face down in mud during a grueling obstacle course. My legs refused to move. My brain was screaming at me to stop. My body had shut down. I was convinced this was it. I had reached my limit, but that's where everything changed. A voice affirmed, commanding voice, not from anyone around me, but from inside me, told me, "Get up." That voice wasn't asking. It wasn't concerned about my pain or fear. It was cold and indifferent. It simply told me what had to be done. And somehow, even though I was sure I couldn't, I did. I pushed myself up and kept going. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't heroic, but I moved. That's the thing about mental toughness. People think it's this magical quality that some people just have, but they're wrong. Mental toughness isn't given, it's built. And the only way to build it is to step out of your comfort zone. That's what I learned that day in the mud, and in every day that followed. Day by day, step by step, discomfort became my training ground. The cold showers, the impossible drills, the constant yelling, these were the bricks I was using to build the foundation of my mental resilience. At first, I hated it. Every day felt like a battle against my own mind. I would wake up before dawn, muscles aching, knowing that I was about to face another 16-hour day of non-stop physical and mental pressure. But that's when I realized something important. The struggle wasn't just making me stronger, it was changing my relationship with fear. What most people don't realize is that comfort is the enemy of growth. When you stay inside the boundaries of what feels safe, you never give yourself the chance to expand. And the only way to expand is by embracing discomfort. On purpose, think about it. How do muscles grow? By breaking down under strain and pressure. The same principle applies to your mind. When you face discomfort head on, whether it's physical, emotional, or psychological, force your brain to adapt, to rewire itself, to become tougher. For me, the discomfort of boot camp forced me to confront my inner fears, my doubts, and all the lies I had been telling myself for years. Each time I wanted to give up, each time I told myself I can't, I was wrong. My mind was tricking me. And I guarantee that your mind does the same thing to you every day. It tells you to avoid the hard stuff, to back down from challenges, to stay comfortable. But the truth is, growth never happens inside your comfort zone. It happens when you push through the discomfort. So, what's the secret to building mental toughness? It's simple. You need to seek out discomfort. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but think about it. Every successful person, every tough individual, they've all done it. They've stepped into discomfort, knowing that it's the only way to get stronger. Start small if you need to. Like I did when I first joined the boxing gym after boot camp. My first day there, I couldn't even hold my hands up for more than 30 seconds without them shaking. But I kept going. I went back the next day. And the next. And just like boot camp, it wasn't glamorous. There were no overnight transformations. But every punch, every drop of sweat, every bruise I collected was another lesson in resilience. Another reminder that the more you endure, the more your mind learns to adapt. And here's the surprising solution. Your brain is a muscle. That's right. Just like lifting weights builds strength, exposing yourself to discomfort builds mental toughness. And over time, that toughness spreads into every area of your life. Suddenly, the things that used to scare you, the challenges that seemed too hard, they start to feel easier. I know it sounds weird, but I've actually come to crave discomfort. Why? Because I know that discomfort is my greatest teacher. It's what separates the average from the exceptional. It's what turns fear into confidence and weakness into strength. So, how do you start your own journey to mental toughness? Easy. Find ways to step out of your comfort zone. Start with something simple, whether it's having a difficult conversation you've been avoiding, trying a new workout routine, or even spending time alone in the dark if you're scared of it. The key is to embrace the discomfort, not avoid it. And here's the truth. You'll never know what you're capable of until you push yourself to the edge. You may think you can't handle it, but trust me, you can. You're stronger than you know. Mental toughness isn't about being fearless. It's about being relentless. It's not about eliminating discomfort. It's about thriving in it. The more you choose to face the hard stuff, the stronger you'll get. So if you take one thing from this story, let it be this. Discomfort is your greatest opportunity for growth. Instead of running from it, lean into it. And watch yourself transform. Subscribe to Esbro Motivation for more powerful stories like this. Together, we'll build a community of mental warriors who embrace the grind, push past fear, and achieve greatness. Your journey to mental toughness starts now.